Shout out to OCYM, Overcome Your Mental. Shout out to Free Game Cools for having me on here. We out. And he just walked. Okay, we live. It's your boy Evic the Nixon, checking in all the way from Spain. You know, your boy from Atlanta, Georgia originally, but today I'm gonna check in. Shout out to my man Free Game Cools for putting me on the show. But today I'm gonna talk to you about my experience in Spain with the coronavirus and the lockdown situation. You know, when I first heard the information, I was ready to go home. I didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't know what to do. My mind was just going crazy. I've never been a part of this. I've never been a part of something like this before. So I called my mom quick. I'm trying to get my flight taken care of and get up out of here. But then I took 30 minutes in my room, sat down, relaxed, and I wanted to make sure I was making the right decision for everybody, myself, my family, my team, everybody that was a part of the situation. And long story short, I decided to stay. You know, about 5 days or so after hearing the information, the club and the residency decided that it was best for me and the rest of the people in the residency to move to a different city for safety reasons. You know, so I really didn't want to move, didn't want to travel, I wanted to stay where I was located at, but it is what it is. I had to move. Once I got to the second city, everything was cool. I was starting to get comfortable, but I still kind of wanted to go home in the back of my mind, you know, so I had to continue doing research because I didn't want to make a irrational decision and just bounce and then maybe regret or whatever the case may be and wish I had stayed. As I continued my stay in the second city, everything was cool, you know. It kind of felt like a small version, really small version of prison. You know, we had time lunches, only an hour to eat. So it wasn't like I had free movement in the residency, really. We was in lunch and we had to go back to our rooms. Couldn't really do much, only could exercise in the room. So it was a great mental building experience for real for me. Maybe a month or so into staying at the residency, the club decided to stop paying for my stay and everything, so then I had to go ahead and figure out what I was going to do next after that. You know, I ended up moving to another city. You know, everything's still good, feel safe, and at the end of the day, I'm actually happy I decided to stay. You know, because if I went home, I already knew what was going to happen. I was just going to be at the crib. I couldn't move anyway because my grandma was there, and there was really no point of me going back. I felt like, you know, I miss my family, miss my friends, miss all my loved ones, but me going back isn't helping anybody out. So I decided to stay in Spain and see what where the experience would get me, where it'd take me, and just living in the unknown, basically. All I learned from this situation was being able to be mentally strong no matter what the situation is. Learn to control what you can control, you know. It's things like moving to city to city, that's something I can't control, so why stress about it? Find a new place to stay, that was something I could control. You know, I couldn't control the club not paying, but I could control what to do next. You know, the situation doesn't make you, make the situation. So whatever happens in that situation, the way you respond, that's really you making the situation, and that's what I learned. Once again, shout out to Free Game Cools. Appreciate you having me on here. I'm gonna get you some of my merch too, by the way. Shout out to my business, OCYM, Overcome Your Mental.